The Oscar nominations are here, so today we'll be talking about them and going through each category. And in the comments below, think about, say what you think should have been nominated or what was nominated, stuff like that. Alright, first category, we're going to start the big one, Best Picture, okay? We have American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, The Holdovers, Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest. So basically, first, I want to talk about what I think should have been in here. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I think it should have been, it's my favorite movie of the year. I think it should have been at least nominated. But I've been wanting to see Maestro and Past Lives and Poor Things, so I'll be watching them pretty soon, and I'll have a review up on the channel. But otherwise, I think this year's nominations and list is pretty straightforward, basically what everybody had. So, yeah. Alright, next we're going to move on to the second main category, which is actor in a leading role. Alright, so we have Bradley Cooper in Maestro. Really want to see that movie, so look out for a review. Colin Domingo in Rustin, also going to watch that. Paul Giamatti in The Holdovers. This is my favorite to win. I really love that movie. And Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer and Jeffrey Wright in American Fiction. So obviously right now the odds-on favorite is Oppenheimer. Well, Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer. But I think that Paul Giamatti should actually win. He did a really great performance. Cillian Murphy also did, but I just think that Paul Giamatti should win. Alright, actor in a supporting role. Sterling K. Brown for American Fiction, Robert De Niro in Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr. in Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling in Barbie, and Mark Ruffalo in Poor Things. Alright, I said I wanted to watch Poor Things, so that's on my list. Robert De Niro, he was really good in Killers of the Flower Moon, one of my favorite movies of the year. And then Ryan Gosling, obviously the standout for me in Barbie. And Robert Downey Jr. just did a great performance in Oppenheimer, really showing the villainous side of Louis Strauss. Obviously right now, Robert Downey Jr. is the favorite, but I think Gosling could pull an upset, but I don't think it's likely. Alright, actress in a leading role. Annette Bening in Nyad. I'm going to watch that soon. Lily Gladstone in Killers of the Flower Moon. I love that movie. She was great in it. Sandra Hüller in Anatomy of a Fall. Carey Mulligan in Maestro. And Emma Stone in Poor Things. So right now, the two frontrunners are Lily Gladstone and Emma Stone. I think that Emma Stone might win just because Lily Gladstone did not even get nominated at the BAFTAs. So I'm going to go with Emma Stone to win. Personally, I would put Lily Gladstone to win if I was making this. Alright. Actress in a supporting role, we have Emily Blunt in Oppenheimer, Danielle Brooks in The Color Purple, America Ferrera in Barbie, Jodie Foster in Nyad, and Divine Joy Randolph in The Holdovers. So right now, obviously the favorite is Divine Joy Randolph, but that's what I would put through. I think Emily Blunt wasn't the greatest. I would rather have Florence Pugh in here from Oppenheimer, but Emily Blunt was still good. Haven't seen The Color Purple or Nyad, but America Ferrera, I can see why she got nominated because that big speech in the third act, that basically is what the whole movie is about. But I think Divine Joy Randolph should definitely win. Alright, animated feature film. We have The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Pneumonia, Robot Dreams, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I've only seen Elemental and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. like I just said earlier, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is my favorite movie of the year. So, yeah, I think that should win, obviously. And I'm very upset that it didn't get nominated for Best Picture. Elemental, still a very good and fun movie. Alright, cinematography. We have El Conde, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Poor Things. I think Oppenheimer will win. It just has had so many nominations, 13. I think that is tied with Everything Everywhere All at Once from last year, and they kind of swept. So I think Oppenheimer is going to win this award, or Maestro, because I've seen clips of that movie. It looks very well shot. Alright, costume design. Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, Napoleon, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. So, I didn't think Napoleon was very good. Barbie, but even though Napoleon wasn't very good, it's still a great costume design. Like Barbie, I like Barbie, but the costumes and like making everybody look like they're actual dolls was very good. And Killers of the Flower Moon, all of the costumes and stuff like that from Killers really made it seem like it was set in that time period. Same with Oppenheimer. I don't know. Poor Things is also on here. From the clips I've seen of Poor Things, I think I'll go with Poor Things to win, but I'm not 100% sure. Alright, directing. Anatomy of a Fall, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest. I would pick Oppenheimer for Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan, he's an all-time great director. Maybe the best, but that's up for your opinion. But Christopher Nolan has never won an Oscar. So I think maybe this might be his year to win. Martin Scorsese's also on here. Everybody loves, like the Academy loves him, so I could see him winning. But yeah, we're gonna skip over documentary, short film, and feature film, and then go to film editing. So, Anatomy of a Fall, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. I think that I would pick The Holdovers. It's very great editing. It's just a very good movie overall. But Killers, also very good. And Oppenheimer, I don't know if I didn't really love the pacing of Oppenheimer. It made it stretch out and feel long. That's my only, knock at it, and why it's not the best movie of the year, behind Spider-Verse. We're going to skip over international film. I think Society of the Snow will win, but that's just me. That's what I would pick. Makeup and hairstyling, Golda, Maestro, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. Don't know about this one. And Society of the Snow. I don't know who will win on this one, but if you guys have any opinions of who you think should win or will win, put it in the comments below. Alright, music, original score. We have American Fiction, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. I think that instead of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, making John Williams get his 100th Oscar nomination, he doesn't have to be nominated for every work he does. I think instead of Indiana Jones, they should have put in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. That was just an amazing score. So was the first one too. But yeah, that's what I think they should have done instead of Indiana Jones. But out of the nominations right now, I think I would put Killers of the Flower Moon to win. The score with all the, Osage themes and cultural songs, I think really makes it good. Alright, original song. So we have The Fire Inside, from Flaming Hot, I'm Just Ken from Barbie, and Everyone Away from American Symphony. Wazahaza, I don't want to, if I offend anyone by pronouncing that, I'm sorry. from A Song for My People from Killers of the Flower Moon, What Was I Made For from Barbie, and I don't know what I put. I think I'm Just Kim. It's kind of an obvious one. It was a great song. I think Peaches should have been nominated too, but we saw a couple weeks ago it wasn't even on the short list. Alright, production design. We have Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, Napoleon, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. I think, even though I didn't love it, I think I would pick Napoleon to win. The production design, the scale, basically the only thing I liked about that movie was the aesthetic and the sets. The visual, all that stuff, the visuals, they were great. So I'm gonna put Napoleon to win. I think Oppenheimer will win. I'm just gonna put Napoleon. Skip short film and made it in live action. Sound. We have the creator, Maestro, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, Oppenheimer, and The Zone of Interest. This is actually Mission Impossible franchise overall. This is their first, and there's one more. So they're the second. They're only 2 ever Oscar nominations, which is crazy. I really love the Mission Impossible movies. But for best sound, I think I would put Oppenheimer to win. They're kind of sweeping. I think they'll sweep the Oscars this year. So, yeah, I think Oppenheimer will win. Visual effects. The creator, Godzilla -1, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, and Napoleon. This one's a hard one. Best visual effects, I think I would have to give it to probably the creator, because Mission Impossible doesn't have very many visual effects, and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 has very great ones, but I think the Academy is just going to lean with the creator on this one. So yeah. Alright, writing, adapted screenplay. Okay? American Fiction, Barbie, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest. Obviously, I think that Barbie should have been, if it's going to be nominated for anything, it should have been nominated for Best Original Screenplay, because it's obviously original work. Clearly the Academy doesn't know what they're talking about. But I think Oppenheimer or Barbie will win this. It's kind of up in the air of which one. But writing, original screenplay. So it's Anatomy of a Fall, The Holdovers, Maestro, May December, and Past Lives. I'll be watching May December very soon. So, yeah. I've only seen The Holdovers on this list. I've heard that the others are great. I would put Holdovers. I don't know if that's a little biased because that's the only one I've seen, but I think it's just great. Alright, and that concludes the nominations for the 2024 Oscars. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. New uploads every Wednesday and Sundays. See you later.